On Saturday, everyone was talking about Wanderlei Silva. So Wanderlei Silva, the axe murderer, was a part of an event called Spaten Fight Night 2. You may recall Spaten Fight Night 1 showcased Anderson Silva versus Chael Sonnen in a very clearly worked boxing match. And so Anderson Silva this time around was fighting a former boxer turned Brazilian politician named Acelino Freitas in a boxing match. It was on a very large television network over in Brazil and Latin America, and it turned into an absolute mess. A brawl broke out after a headbutt, and this is the aftermath of it. After there was a brawl in the ring, we can't show you all of it, but that's Wanderlei Silva getting knocked out cold in the midst of the brawl, and then getting dragged. His carcass being dragged to the corner in a very, very scary scene. This is Wanderlei Silva, who, by the way, probably shouldn't have been fighting, period, who, was a part of the class action lawsuit and gave testimony saying that, he's dealing with all kinds of brain issues. And he posted a video on Sunday reacting to all of this, and he looks absolutely awful. I have a lot of headaches. I will take tests here in Curitiba to determine, identify what if I have any serious head injury or not. Look at his eye. This was the damage caused yesterday. Look there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Head bouncing on the canvas. It's great to be able to count on friends in times like these. Legend, axe murderer, Wanderlei Silva looking like that after this brawl. The great Guilherme Cruz, the Brazilian beast, our good friend over at MMA Fighting, had a good thread about this. Crazy roller coaster over the last 36 hours or so. Wanderlei Silva and Acelino Freitas box live on Latin America's largest TV network, and all hell breaks loose. Combat sports go viral in Brazil like never before as both teams brawl inside the ring. Spaten Fight Night is a black tie event promoted by Spaten, a company part of the world's largest beer manufacturer group, Ambev. Several statements and videos posted by both camps since showing different angles of the brawl and pointing fingers at each other. 49-year-old Silva suffered a broken nose, 7 stitches around his eye after being KO'd by Freitas' son, Rafael. In his words, Wanderlei's words, quote, a cowardly assault, end quote. Silva has made concerning comments recently in the past. He might sue Rafael for borderline attempted murderer, Acelino for allegedly inciting as well. Rafael Freitas deleted his IG on Sunday and later apologized to Silva. He claimed legitimate defense. Fabricio Verdum claims, who's friends with Wanderlei and was a part of his team, claims Acelino premeditated the attacks. An audio message of the boxer allegedly saying, when one gets beat, everyone gets beat. Freitas will undergo surgery Monday for a broken hand. He says the audio messages were manipulated to make him look bad. Freitas criticized Silva's coach, Andre Dida, legendary Andre Dida, for hitting him with 2 left hands during the brawl, saying his brother, Luis Claudio, saved him from the worst. And also, interestingly, Guilherme writes, Spaten 2 happened 28 years to the date of Pentagon combat when a riot led to the ban of Vale Tudo in Rio. Vale Tudo was the name of essentially of MMA back then. In Brazil. I don't expect something similar to happen in 2025, but wonder what changes it brings to the fight businesses with brands like Spaten and Global involved, Global being the network. So not a great look, not a great scene, a scary scene. And at first I was like, is this real? Is this not? If only because I remembered the Chael Sonnen Anderson Silva fight, which was very much not a real fight. I was like, are they just creating a moment here? But then when you see the punch, you see the slow-mo, you see the aftermath, this is a mess of a situation.
It's horrific.
Yeah.
Really, really bad. Like Wanderlei Silva as well. Like this is the thing we fear every time we hear a guy coming out of retirement. Obviously don't fear that this type of situation would unfold after a fight. But to see a guy lifeless basically getting dragged to another side of the ring, it's really, really bad. And you know, Wanderlei obviously looking so bad in this post that you just showed, and he's talking about like, look, all of my friends are like, you know, are there for me and all this kind of stuff. If your friends are there for you, they should be telling you not to fight now. Like as we said during the class action lawsuit, there was him citing brain issues, all that stuff. What is he doing in there? Really, really sad scenes, and I particularly have a soft spot for Wanderlei. He was basically my gateway drug to MMA back in the early 2000s.
Oh, yes.
So
I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, to see him like that, really, really horrific. I just woke up on Sunday morning, I saw it, and I just like instantly day ruined, you know? Horrible stuff.
Can I read that what PT talked about in the antitrust? This is what was in the 2024 letter. I fear that during my career, I've suffered traumatic brain injury, TBI, and I'm noticing symptoms common with TBI and CTE, including depression, mood swings, and irritability. I suffer from sleep apnea and have difficulty sleeping and breathing. That I can recall, I have had 4 surgeries on my nose, 1 on my face, 2 on my left knee, 1 on my right knee, and 1 on my elbow. So certainly, like, post-career, this man has been through the ringer and is in a place of suffering. To Pete's point, the fact that he was even allowed to get in the ring at that point is probably negligent to a very high degree for the people around him. But then the fact that he is through the fight and the impact, the injury comes after the fact, like there is no reason that this man needs to be around the game at this point in time, especially after having, you know, reread what he is talking about suffering from at the end of his career. It's just a really nasty kind of thing that this was even all
You know
happening.
what I fear? I fear that they're, you know, a lot of these guys are older, his crew, and I fear they're going to try to use this into having more fights.
A promotion for the next one?
Yeah.
Oh, God, please.
I
no.
hope not.
I mean, a lot of these guys were a part of the GFL.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
When we talked about that at the time, was another guy who was citing brain issues during the class action suit. Like it's, you know, these lads need to be protected from themselves. Honestly, it's it's sad that, you know, fucking Verdun, the heavyweight champion of the world, Wanderlei Silva, like the Pride middleweight champion, unbelievable, one of the greatest fighters of all time. It's sad that they're in situations where they're going back to fight, and I'm not saying that's unique. We see it in boxing, we see it with boxers who've earned hundreds of millions in their careers, like Mike Tyson coming back to do this. It's not unique to MMA, but it still doesn't feel good to see it.
But you can even see the justification now, right? If you're Wanderlei and team, like, it wasn't a fight. Like, I can still fight. This guy sucker punched me, so it's
100%.
different. You can see, I can see the justification happening already. Like, it's guaranteed.
It's a 50-year-old
delusion.
man getting his body, his completely unconscious body, dragged out across the ring.
100%.
Uncomfortable, very uncomfortable to watch.